Hey guys, welcome to day 7 of Youvember. I usually would film this part in front of my pretty wall, or what I consider my pretty wall of... I need to clean my glasses, but that'll happen after this video and everything else. But usually I would film this part of the video in front of the wall in my bedroom that I think is pretty. It has a bunch of stuff that makes it just more aesthetic, I guess. To go along with this being what a weekend reset looks like for me, I am currently in the midst of doing my weekend reset for the week that I'm filming this part on. The week that I filmed the rest of this video is a different week, and I think I do intro that video when I started, but I wanted to give a proper intro and also explain more because I actually didn't talk a lot in most of the weekend reset. And sorry if I keep playing with my hair, it's disgusting. I need to clean it, but that's another task for today. And I wanted to film this part before I shower and put my PJs on. I also wanted to explain that some weeks are very different. It depends on the week, what tasks I do. Sometimes I do all of these tasks, sometimes I do only some of them. Some of the tasks that I believe I do in this week only happen like once a year, if I remember to do it. It just depends. But some of it is more vlog style, kind of, in just the sense that I brought you along while doing all of these tasks. But I didn't record everything, and some things, anyway, you understand, hopefully. But now to get started on the actual content, I guess. Hey guys, it is October 10th. It's Friday currently, but it's the end of my Friday. Like, I finished work a while ago, but I wanted to basically welcome you to, I believe it is day 6 of Youvember? No, day 7. I don't know exactly. I'll put it up here. But I'm going to be doing a weekend reset. I am about to shower, but then I am going to start doing some of my tasks. I'm sorry about the background noise. I'm currently filling up my water for dishes, and I just wanted to intro the video really quickly, but see you soon. I work until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, so I try to start my weekend reset on Fridays. That doesn't always happen, but in this case it did. On Fridays, I try to clean the bathrooms and the kitchen. Summer 17 was a roller coaster ride, a manic pixie dream girl right beside me, and she said she liked me, but I bet it was a right thing lining up at the wrong time, and I think maybe if I'd held on tight, she'd still be sitting by my side. I'll never know, I'll never know. I don't like messing with regrets, but I doubt you ever leave my head. What could I have done, could I have said? On Saturday mornings, I put my clothes in the washer. I'll never know, I'll never know. Oh, I'll never know, I'll never know. We were nothing alike, and I kinda like that. On this weekend, I ended up putting my recycling in my car and dropped it off at the recycling center. I did not show the dropping off, but I showed me organizing it into the different categories. Different sides of the crosstown tracks. Guess it's true sometimes opposites attract, but it never lasts. On Saturdays, I also try to make it more of my cleaning my environment day
sometimes Sundays are more my cleaning me day, if that makes sense. Sometimes both happen on both days, sometimes it's more separated. I just like to have a bit of that separation, but it doesn't always happen that way. On this weekend, I didn't do much on the Saturday. I don't quite remember why, but maybe I explained that in one of the clips. If I don't, sorry, I don't remember either. Moving on to Sundays, I tend to start with cleaning my sheets. I put them in the washer first thing if I remember to do that. And my whites, so like any white clothes that I wore, towels, anything like that. I tend to grocery shop on Saturdays if I remember, but this weekend, again, it was on a Sunday. But you like to drink cheap. Should've known the first moment you're out of my league. But you said you liked me. Oh, I bet it was a right thing. It's about 11:30. I don't think I updated at all yesterday about doing my weekend reset. And to be honest, I did not do much that I had planned. I did do a little bit of laundry and cleaned up my house a little bit, but I did not film much of it because I was FaceTiming my friend or I was dog sitting. So today I am doing more. I believe I showed some, but I did not vlog, like explain any of it, but I might do like a clip, a future clip. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm just finished folding a bunch of clothes and taking pictures of a bunch of clothes for the digital closet video, which I think is the next one after this one, to be honest. But I'm pre-filming a lot of videos, so I have no clue where is what and all of that. But I was doing a bunch of that, and now I'm hungry, so I'm going to go upstairs, grab a snack, and then take a minute to breathe before I go on a walk with my mom on the phone, and then continuing all of these reset tasks. And I also have a plan for a video that I want to do. So, sorry, I'm trying to breathe. It's chaos, but hopefully it'll be less chaos soon. That's my hope. Anyway, I'm gonna get my lunch and I will update you when I actually have anything to update and when I can maybe think a little more properly. I also cleaned my kitchen twice this weekend because I felt like it was dirty again already. On this weekend in particular, I did a task that I definitely do not do weekly. I basically do it yearly because I forget about it, and I tend to only do, especially the outside, but it ends up being both the outside and the inside, which I know to some people this may be gross to only do that often, but it's just something I completely forget about. But it's cleaning my windows. Please don't mind the hair, the look, everything. I just finished the windows, as you probably just saw. I don't know why. Sorry, I'm really warm. I'm about to have dinner, which I'm not showing because that's not, it is part of a weekend reset, but it's not like a normal part. Neither is cleaning windows. I only do it when they're bothering me, which is probably not great, but right now they're bothering me, so I'm gonna do them. I would have done that last window, but there's a screen and there are bugs currently within the window and the screen because I could not get them to get out. So I'm hoping, not to be morbid and mean, I'm hoping they die in there. And then I can clean that window. But also it's harder to see anyway through that window because of the screen, and I'm not usually looking out behind me. I more look in front of me / to the side of me. So I don't know if it really matters, but I am about to have dinner, like I said, and I think that's my next task, to be honest. I worked on the kitchen for a little bit, and I did it on Friday too, but that was more filling the dishwasher and doing a deep clean of things. But now I emptied the dishwasher, filled the dishwasher again somewhat, and now I'm gonna do some more, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does, because I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know what that was. There are some other things that I planned on doing that are probably not happening this weekend, and they're not like an every weekend thing, like vacuuming and mopping, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do that next weekend instead because I'm exhausted, and this is the weekend that I have one extra day, and to be honest, I want to take that extra day and just relax. I don't want to have to do much else. I do have to take the recycling to the recycling center, but I'll do that tomorrow morning and then I'll be done, hopefully. That's about it. I may insert a clip later explaining the other things that I tend to do on a weekend that I maybe won't film / haven't filmed. Another thing is I plan my outfits for the week, but I think I basically did that. I just need to pull the items because we're having a Spirit Week, so I kind of know what I'm wearing for Spirit Week next week. And yeah, I think that's all. So I'm gonna skedaddle before I ramble anymore. I currently can't see how long I've been rambling, so goodbye. And this week, I'm just explaining it in the order that the clips come up, so I apologize if this seems so repetitive in the wording, and I'm obviously not watching the video currently. I wrote down what I kind of wanted to say. Usually, I put my clothes away on the day that I wash them, because I washed them on Saturday. But on this weekend, I obviously didn't, so I put them away on Sunday. And then I also tend to plan my outfits for the week on Sunday. It just makes my mornings easier throughout the week.
I'll never know.
This week I also had to do a few random tasks throughout the house that I don't usually have to do just because I don't usually have them. But I had some donations that I just had in my room, then moved out of my room, and I ended up just leaving them downstairs, and I had to bring them upstairs and organize them. So that was something I had to do. Another thing is clean up a few random blankets, but so that's another task that you can probably see. I did some other random cleaning that you can't really see in the video, but I did do it. It's on the counter in our basement. It just needed some extra cleaning that I don't usually have to do. On Sundays, I like to meal prep for the week. Usually it would happen in the morning, but in this case it happened after my shower, which is another thing I do. I just didn't really film a clip about. I usually do my my everything showers on Sundays so that I feel fresh and clean for the week ahead, but I didn't explain that in the video, and all you saw is in between one clip and the next clip, I now have my hair in its hair towel, but I did shower and do my everything shower that weekend. And then in this case, I meal prepped afterward, but usually I would do it before. And then I make my bed. I try to make my bed when I'm clean. That way I feel like it's all clean and it stays clean. And then also I get into fresh sheets when I'm all clean, if that makes sense.
I don't ever catch a break, nicotine and 808s, cruising through the Palisades every single Saturday. I go find another white line, escape to chase a melancholy motorway. Might be late to try to change, only it ain't just a phase. Sliding by on roller skates, never really hit the brake lights. I might be straight out of my mind, still try to fly the planes in the sky.
Anyway, that's about all for my weekend reset in this particular case. Thank you so much for watching. Sometimes I do more tasks, but this is what I did on this weekend. Sometimes I also do less tasks, like I said. It just depends. I hope you have a great day, night, whenever you are, and I hope to see you again tomorrow for the next day of Youvember. Sorry I kept looking back at my computer. I wasn't sure if I said everything, so I wanted to make sure I had everything. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you tomorrow for day 8 of Youvember. Bye guys!